thought about trying to figure out the whole crazy bass part, but it's too crazy. But this is the guitar part. Those chords are played on a keyboard, but I'll show you how to play them on guitar, or how to play what I played on guitar, which is a version of those keyboard chords. So let's start with that. So the first chord is an F major 7, which I played like this. So first finger on the 8th fret of the A, second finger on the 9th fret of the G, third finger on the 10th fret of the D, pinky on the 10th fret of the B. I'm playing with a pick, which means that you gotta get both of these strings muted. Like I sort of have the low E string muted with my first finger, and my first finger is also kind of laying down to mute the high E string, because you don't want those strings. You could also play this whole part with your fingers. Kind of sounds nice too. Stay the night, right? But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing with my pick. And then you have to worry about muting. It's the first chord, 4 beats, and then E minor 7. So first finger barring the 7th fret, but not the low E string, but barring the rest. Second finger playing the 8th fret on the B, third finger playing the 9th fret on the D. And then try to just strum the A, D, G, and B. I kind of do this trick too, where I hook my pinky under the high E to get it. So you go between those 3 times. Yeah. 3 times. And then just take this shape and move it down 2. So now it's 5th fret barred. And the second finger on the 6th fret of the B, and the third finger on the 7th fret of the D. That's for a full bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you switch to this chord, which is a B minor 7 flat 5, also sometimes called a B half diminished 7th. First finger on the 6th fret of the B, second finger on the 7th fret of the low E, and I'm also letting my second finger lean over a little bit to mute the A. Third finger on the 7th fret of the D, pinky on the 7th fret of the G. And my first finger is also kind of leaning over to mute the high E. Again, if you play this with your fingers, you don't have to worry as much about the muting. This one is just for 2 beats. 1, 2, and then this chord, E7 sharp 9, the Hendrix chord. First finger on the 6th fret of the D, second finger on the 7th fret of the A, third finger on the 7th fret of the G, pinky on the 8th fret of the B. That's the whole chord progression. It just loops that over and over again. Okay, let's do this little lead guitar part. Okay, so I'm using my pinky here, but you could use your third finger, and slide from 7 to 9 on the G. And then you go down to 7, and then to 5, and then to 4. So 9, 7, 5, 4. Okay, and then hammer on from 5 to 7 on the D, and then hammer on from 5 to 7 on the A. But that hammer on is faster, so it's like doo-doo-doo. You see what I mean? Like this is a doo-doo, and this is a boom, doo-doo, boom. And then boom, you do that again. Hammer on from 5 to 7. This one's a little slower though, so it's like, and then 5, 7 on the D. So 5, 7 on the D, and then 5, 7 on the A, and then 5, 7 on the A, and then 5, and then 7 on the D. Okay. Then back to here. Same thing. 9, 7, 5, 4, and then. So then I kind of slide into the 7th fret of the G, and then 8th fret of the B, and then you do that again. So 7, 8, 7, 8, 7 on the D, and then 8 on the B, and then pull off from 8 to 5 on the B. And then it holds that. So you're holding this 5 on the B. And then you play the 5 on the D. And then back to this. That again. And then This is 5, 7, and then 5, and then 5, hammer on to 7, and then slide up to 9. Hammer on from 5 to 7, and then slide up to 9, and then 10, and then 7 on the G, 9 on the G, 10 on the G, 9 on the G, 7 on the G, 5 on the G. That's the whole thing. Okay, there is a tab available at my Patreon, link in the description, where you can see that written out as a tab. Otherwise, hopefully if you just stop and start, you could figure it out from that. But let me know if anything doesn't make sense or if you have any questions. And thank you so very much for watching.